we like President Trump because he says what he says and he means what he says. So why are we, and I've been asked this question probably 10 times, why are we so afraid to say, there is no way I want my son to act like him? If I find that my daughter is ever dating a man that treats women like he treated them, I'm going to use my Second Amendment. If I ever find out that my son is treating women like he has, I don't care how old he is, I'm going to unload on him. But for us to stand up here and like that is anything less than despicable, shame on us. I love the fact that President Trump says what he says. I love the fact that he has stood up and said, I'm going to move the capital of Israel where it belongs. I am all for that. I love the fact that he takes a stand and says, we're going to create jobs to make a better country. I love that. I despise the fact that he thinks it's okay to have an affair with a porn star, pay her off, and pretend like it doesn't matter. We can talk about the degradation of America because we don't have one man and one woman anymore. But for us to stand up and say it's okay to have one man and 5 women is a disgrace. And if we can't stand up and say that out loud and say, I disagree on President Trump in the way he treats people, shame on us. He is not a role model. He is our president, and we've got to separate that. And that's great. Is he a good president so far? I think he's doing a good job. Is he a role model for my kids? Not as long as I am alive.
What I would have to say is it depends on what Senator Lankford's context was in that. If he's talking about as a in his personal life, what Trump did before he was elected, for most of us we would say no, he was not a good role model. But if we're looking at what he has done since he has been president, I would say yes, he has been a role model in what he has accomplished. Let's not forget his children are Democrats, and he passed the largest tax decrease in recent memory. He has deregulated, like he has moved the embassy to Jerusalem. He appointed Neil Gorsuch to the Supreme Court. So as a president, yes, he's been a pretty good role model. In his personal life, that's a different story. And a lot of these things that are being brought up are things in his past. I don't know what his personal life is like right now. I've heard from other people that he has had a change of heart. I've heard from people that he has changed. And he might be a better role model than he is now than he was. Let's not forget, we're all imperfect. There is no one righteous, no, not one. The only one that was righteous, the only true model that any of us, role model that any of us should look to would be Jesus Christ, God's Son, the only perfect person throughout history who set an example of servanthood for all of us to follow. That should be our ultimate role model for each and every one of us.